At Moderne, our core beliefs go back many years, even prior to launching our very first skincare line in 2002. Those core beliefs are that every ingredient we use must be biocompatible, which simply means the molecular structure of that ingredient is absorbable and utilizable by the body without having any other negative effects like irritation or inflammation or potential toxicity. The other core philosophy has from our inception has been to evolve, to constantly evolve, find new technologies, find new ingredients that will deliver on efficacies that we previously couldn't deliver on. But the roots of Moderne actually go back much further than 2002. Prior to starting the skincare brand, I was in the nutritional supplement industry for many years. In fact, I spent more than 15 years in it, and even started my own brand called Nutrimax. And one of the things I learned early on, and this is where one of our first core philosophies was founded, is that synthesized cheap chemical derived in a lab ingredients for nutritional supplements, whether that be for vitamins and minerals or for nutraceuticals, many times, I talked about the molecular recognition, many times the body doesn't recognize the molecule of that ingredient. Therefore, we're not able to absorb it, so it has no efficacy. Potentially, it could have some toxicity, but the reality is most of that has just passed through our body. And quite frankly, it's total waste. So whatever we paid for that nutrient, we're wasting our money on it because our bodies are not utilizing it. So from early on in Nutrimax, we ensured every raw material we had was biocompatible, so our bodies can utilize it. And that was our point of difference early on in Nutrimax. Nutrimax started where my initial passion was in sports nutrition, and we evolved that into more lifestyle wellness nutrition and gradually into anti-aging nutrition. And it was through the latter that kind of introduced me to anti-aging skincare. I was actually at a seminar in London where one of the scientists was speaking about certain nutraceuticals that could be applied topically, and those nutraceuticals could have subdermal effects. Well, that was music to my ears because I understood what those nutraceuticals were. I liked the idea of entering potentially into skincare where we can have points of difference. So I spoke to this scientist afterwards, and ultimately he introduced me to another cosmetic scientist by the name of John Knowlton. And I shared with John what our views were on the biocompatibility thing. He loved that idea. He also thought he can expound on that and help with the basis of the different skincare products that we are going to do, in addition to the raw materials, the nutraceuticals that we talked about. Within a year of that time, we had our first skin nutrition products. And by the way, Skin Nutrition is what we called the brand before we changed it more recently to Moderne. We had our first skin nutrition products. We did some focus groups with target market consumers. We adjusted in accordance to what those consumers thought that we should. It wasn't much in the way of adjustment because they loved what we had. And within a year of that time, it took us into 2002, we launched our very first skincare products. And from that point up to now, we've launched many other skincare products. We pushed the envelope on technology. We think we've stuck to one of our core values, which was to constantly evolve, and we're continuing with that today.